Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to another insightful session. Today we have a very special guest with us, Victor Bassey, a mathematics therapist, teach enthusiast, and digital creator. He has graduated from Mega Skills Tech Academy and I also involved in social media management and cybersecurity. We are excited to explore his journey, experiences, and insights. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, so my first question to you is what does the term mathematics therapist truly mean in practical terms?
Okay, mathematics therapist, can you come again, please? I can't hear you very well.
Yes,
Can you ask your question again? I can't hear you well, please.
I can't hear you. Please
I said,
repeat.
can you ask your question again? Can you please ask your
Okay,
question again, please?
okay. What does the term mathematics therapist truly mean in practical terms?
All right, all right, all right. So, the name mathematics therapist, that's my brand name. And the name came up, I think that was about 2 or 3 years back. Um, that'll be 2023. Yeah, 2023 or so. So this is about 3 years now. So the name came up when I decided to venture into mathematics, trying to position myself, and trying to build authority and influence in my social media space. So of course I'm a mathematician. I solve mathematics. I solve anything mathematics, anything calculation. So I had to position myself such that people will really know my brand name more than my name. You understand? So that's why I gave that name mathematics therapist. And that name is very, very unique and very, very, important. So such that if you're looking for me, you know me by my brand name, not really by my name. So a lot of people know me by my brand name as mathematics therapist, not as Victor. That's that.
Okay, okay. So my next question to you is how do you identify students who struggle with math anxiety and how do you help them?
All right. Okay. Student that handles mathematics anxiety, one of the ways I handle them, first of all, is for me to teach them and tell them that mathematics is not tough, mathematics is not difficult, and also kind of a self-awareness, so a kind of orientation to them that mathematics is very, very simple. One of the things that makes person to be a slave to something is your mindset. The way you place your mindset, the way you position your mindset, that's how it's going to work for you. So if you think that if you have this mindset that mathematics is tough, of course it's going to be tough to you because that's what is in your mindset. So the first thing you need to do to my student to overcome that anxiety, that fear in them, is for me to give them this awareness that mathematics is very, very simple and show them the right approach to take, to engage or solve mathematics easily without no problem or no long process.
Okay, okay. So my next question to you is, can mathematics be tough in a way that feels natural rather than successful? How do you approach that?
Can mathematics, can you come again, please?
Yes, my question is, can mathematics be tough in a way that feels natural rather than stressful? And how do you approach that?
Mathematics is not tough. Mathematics is not tough. Mathematics is only technical, and it only takes a high level IQ student to solve mathematics. It only take an high IQ people to solve mathematics. It's very, very simple. So you need to make sure that you know simple ways, simple patterns, and the rules that governs mathematics, because mathematics is governed by rules and by theorem. So if you know the rules and the principle that governs mathematics, I think you can solve any question, even aside from mathematics, you can solve any question across it, you understand. So everything in this world is governed by principle and by laws. So if you know the law that is governing mathematics, if you know how to engage them, I think you're going to get the answer. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So my next question to you is, what mindset shift is required for student to start enjoying mathematics?
Okay, the first thing is that you don't approach mathematics as something that is very, very tough. Approach mathematics as any other subject, as any other courses. You understand the way you approach other subjects like biology, chemistry, physics. That's the same way you're going to approach mathematics. So approach mathematics with this mindset that you can win. Of course, if you have this mindset that you can win, you will win. So if you approach mathematics this way, very, very simple, very, very common, of course you're going to dominate it.
Okay. So my next question to you is how has technology transformed the way mathematics is learned and applied today?
How did I do what, please? Your voice is breaking.
Yes, how has technology transformed the way mathematics is learned and applied
All
today?
right. All right. Yeah, technology has really transformed, technology has really transformed, mathematics in our era in this 21st century, such that, it has helped a lot of people in terms of visualization, in terms of modeling, in terms of applications, it has really helped a lot because almost all the fields of technology, they use mathematical principle to, aid the program. You understand? Anything science, anything in terms of technology is governed by mathematics. So we use mathematics, or mathematics is being used, to be implemented in such sphere, and it has been of advantage. And also the disadvantage part of it is the part of student depending on a technology, to get the answer, such that some students depend on artificial intelligence now. Some people
Yes.
don't really sit down to solve their questions. They sit down to send the questions to AI without knowing the question themselves. What they all need is the answers, not the process. So that's one of the disadvantage. And the advantages are, in other hand, I've listed them.
Okay. So, what are the most common cybersecurity mistakes beginner makes?
Okay, most cybersecurity what, please?
Yes, my question is, what are the most common cybersecurity mistakes beginners make?
All right. Okay. Most common cybersecurity mistakes is vulnerability. I mean, vulnerability in the sense that you are so careless, in terms of your data is not well, your data is not secured, um, no security, no security, no lock, such that people can easily, penetrate your access, can easily penetrate your data. So that's one of the vulnerability tests, and that's one of the mistakes. So as a cybersecurity enthusiast, I will advise you guys or people to make sure that they authenticate their system, they authenticate their devices, they authenticate their software such that it will be very, very impossible for people to access it.
Okay. So, my next question to you is, how can a student with no technical background start learning cybersecurity?
All right. Okay. First of all, if you want to learn cybersecurity, I think the first thing you need to check is that observe rather is that cybersecurity is very, very broad. It's not just one thing. When we're talking about cybersecurity, we're not just talking about hacking. We're not just talking about preventing. We're not just talking about interpenetration. We're not talking about attacking. Cybersecurity is very, very broad. And so when going into cybersecurity, you need to check what solution can I offer? What problem can I solve? What thing can I give out such that is going to be a lasting solution to a problem? So don't just go into it with a mindset of doing frauding or scamming or hacking people device or website. You understand? Don't have such mindset. Make sure that the mindset you have is to give solution to people problem and give solutions to problems like that. So that.
Okay. So, how important is cybersecurity awareness in today's digital world, especially for young users?
Yeah. Of course. Security is of very, very importance. Everything in this world is cyber security oriented. Why? What I mean by that is even the device you are using now, even the device you are using,
Yes.
any vulnerability, the device can be penetrated, the device can be corrupted. So with the help of cybersecurity helps in terms of security, in terms of preventing, in terms of attacking with a device, even your WhatsApp, your gadget, your computer, your softwares, with the help of cybersecurity, it helps to, prevent people from, accessing our data bank, our device or stuff like that. So cybersecurity is, in fact, is applied to everything, both manually and, and digitally.
Okay. So, as a digital creator, how do you create content that is both educational and engaging?
All right. So one of the ways I create content that is educational and engaging is number one, I sit down And I think, the best idea comes when you think. So when you think, you see that you're going to be getting some of these creative ideas, some of these creative motivations, and from there you can pen it down, just document it down, and say where you can explore it to be meaningful and to be interactive, such that it's going to be engaging on your platform. So you don't just depend on another source. Make sure that you leverage on something such that when you sit down, you'll be seeing, in fact, you'll be getting inspirations of something to post. So I don't just depend on AI. I sit down, I think of something creative that I can post on my platform that will be very, very interactive to my audience to watch or to read or to learn.
Okay. So my next question to you is, what strategies helps you grow your audience to thousands of followers?
All right. So one of the strategies I do is, number one is that I'm very, very consistent. And consistency in the mean that you can be consistently doing the wrong thing, of course, but one of the strategy I use is for me to be strategic and to be, more intentional about my growth. I don't just focus on the numbers, I focus on the influence and the impact I give out to the people. So what I do, I make sure that I create content that is inconsistent with my niche. And what are my niche? I'm a cybersecurity enthusiast, a mathematician, and a solar installer. I install solar. So what I do is that I create content within these three parameters. I don't take something else and post on my platform, and make sure everything I post in my platform is inconsistent with my niche. You understand? Another thing is
Yes.
that one of the strategy I use is that I make sure that I'm very, very intentional with my content. I interact with other people, I create good relationship with other people. From there, that's how to grow your followers to thousands of followers.
Okay. So do you think personal branding is important for students today, and why?
Yeah, sure. Personal branding is very, very important. You understand? When you brand your content, you build a name. Not just building a name, you build influence, you build authority. You understand? People know you for your brand. People know you for your branding. So if you don't brand your name, if you don't brand your business, if you don't brand your content, people don't really know you. They just know you as just a content creator. But there's a difference between a content creator and a creative content creator. So if you are creative enough, you know that branding your content or branding your business is so much important to you than just be posting your content. So if you are in any social media platform, make sure that you brand your content. Branding starts with your brand name. You understand? Give a brand name to
Yes.
your content or to your business. So that's it.
Okay. So what challenges did you face during your learning journey, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, one of the challenges I encountered, number one, is resources. I lack some of the resources, to pilot, this movement. And another thing is that the motivation. People are not always in support of what I do. Not everybody will support you in your dreams. You understand? People will try to wear down your energy. People will try to discourage you in what you are doing. People will try to see a way to criticize what you are doing, but I moved past all of those, discouragement, all of those stuff like that. I had to be my motivator. One of the greatest motivator is you. You need to make sure that you motivate yourself. And another thing is that I lack the self-awareness. I was not that too exposed to what I'm doing. So through consistent learning and practice, I got to understand deeply what I'm doing. And through that, I got a lot of ideas, a lot of knowledge in what I'm doing. And that's how it has been going. Though I'm still learning, we are still building. So that's it.
Okay. So what made Mega Skill Tech Academy different from other learning platforms?
Wow, wow, wow. Mega Skill Academy is one of the platform I admire so much, and it's one of the platform I want all the youths that want to position themselves in digital skills, to put their energy. It's an academy to learn any tech courses and get exposed to some digital skills. It's a platform where you're going to get exposed to a lot of people out there, who want to and who desperately want to position themselves in skill, and also want this awareness to, learn digital skill. And also, this platform is a platform that has graduated a lot of people, and these people are making a lot of impact. And the founder of Mega Skill Academy is Presmori. We call him Presmori. He's a Nigerian, you know. So, and is the founder, and he has been doing amazingly well. He has been doing amazingly well. And one of his dreams is to impact and influence thousands and millions of people cut across, to get exposed to digital skill and leverage on digital skill to make impact and exploit. So that's that.
Okay. So, what daily habit helped you become consistent in your field, in your life journey?
Yeah, can you come again, please? Your voice is breaking.
Yes. What daily habit helped you become consistent in your field and in your life?
Okay, one of my daily habits is that when I wake up, I make sure that I pray first because I'm a Christian. I make sure that I pray first, and once I pray, I feel relief. I feel the presence of God in me. And another thing is that through that, I will have a lot of inspirations that morning to do what I want to do. And one of the things that has been making me to
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Remember, this was our today interview with Victor Bassey. Victor Bassey, internet issue. So I hope you liked it, this interview. Uh, See you another interview, another session. Till then, love is Pakistan, Zindabad.